Thanks for coming, you guys.
Come on, like we're gonna miss this! You're about to be named Grand Councilwoman!
No, I might be named Grand Councilwoman. This meeting is to announce the Council's final decision.
If I may have everyone's attention, please. After several months of deliberation, the Council has decided that Sir Alistair Grimsworth shall be our new Grand Councilman.
Thank you, Sir Roland, and thank you, esteemed members of this wonderful council. I recall joining this council back in its infancy. While Medora's now understandable insistence on keeping her past a secret was concerning to me, I had to admit that her mission statement of maintaining the magical balance of good and evil in the multiverse was a noble one. And despite the revelation that said mission statement was merely a front of her own plans, I still believe it is one worth pursuing. Thank you.
Sorry you didn't get the position.
Nah, I didn't really care about it that much anyway. Besides, if I ever do take command of this place, I'd rather have a few more decades of experience under my belt.
Mistis, might I have a word with you?
Of course, Grand Councilman.
Are you aware of your master's history with this council?
As I recall, he wasn't interested in joining.
True. Told us to shove our self-righteousness up our butts, if I remember correctly. However, he did still strike a deal with us. In exchange for giving him a dimensional space for his research, he would in turn share that research with us.
Is there a point to this? Because we've got some stuff we gotta get back to.
Reviewer, don't be rude.
Oh? Of what nature, if I may ask?
Well, if you must know, we're getting ready to celebrate the 10th anniversary of our YouTube channel.
I'm going to assume that's important. Whatever that is. So, I'll cut to the chase. I would very much appreciate it if you would lend Vikar's journals to the Council. Not his personal diaries, mind you, just his research notes.
To be honest, I don't feel very comfortable letting those books out of my possession. However, my friend Telia has spent the last year or so copying them to her computer. I can have her send the copies to Master Visual, and he can relay them to you.
This is an acceptable compromise. I thank you for your cooperation.
Don't worry. I plan to check with Roland to make sure this deal with Master Vikar is legit. Meanwhile, don't we have certain anniversary plans to get back to?
Now you're talking. And we'll invite everyone over for a...
Whoa, Lord! Being inside a brass lamp makes it so much worse!
What was that? Me. We have a doorbell? Me. I take it you're responsible for the ringing.
At ease, Neela. This is Mildred. She's an intern at the council.
Thank you, ma'am. The Grand Councilman has requested to speak with you three at your earliest convenience.
At our earliest... You mean like, when we're ready?
Yes?
Hey, I like this Grimsworth guy already. Medora would have just teleported us in without warning. Tell him we'll be there soon.
Thank you for coming in on such short notice.
What did you need us for?
You see, we were examining Vikar's research notes and found something quite concerning. I thought it best to seek counsel with all his known associates.
You do realize that Mr. and I never actually knew him, right?
True, but you still have some level of association. I thought it best to cover all our bases. Does the name Inzodius Thatch mean anything to any of you?
Can't say it does. You guys ever... guys?
Where did you hear that name?
It's the name of a certain project of his, the one we were concerned about. How do you know it?
Well, me. Inzodius Thatch is... Mr. It's full name.
His what?
Yeah. It is just his initials.
I see. Sir Roland, if you would.
Forgive me.
Hey, what's the deal?
Vikar was always one to experiment with all forms of magic. This Inzodius Thatch project was his attempt to create a living being made of pure chaos magic. I'm sure I don't need to tell you how dangerous and volatile that is.
Oh, come on! This has to be a coincidence!
Do you really believe that? How common is the word Exodius?
Well, okay, maybe, but I've been around it for half my life, and sure, he might be a bit of a wild card, and yes, being made of literal chaos energy would explain a few things.
Including why Master Vikar chose him to be his heir.
Point is, he's not dangerous.
We will take your character testimony into consideration.
Consideration for what?
We will continue to do research into this matter on whether or not Mr. It is Vikar's project, and whether or not he is a threat to the multiverse. Until that time, we will need to keep him locked up and under surveillance.
You can't do that!
Me.
Did you finish a whole bottle of beer?
And he's been eyeing a second one.
Oh, I've never seen you this bad.
I'm just anxious.
Have I ever told you about the day I became the Watcher?
No, I can't say that you have.
It was about a decade ago now. Drakal and I knew it was going to be a bittersweet day. We were so excited to get our pieces of the Triad, but we knew it meant Master Vikar was on his last legs. The day turned more bitter when only one of us was picked. We didn't understand why. Drakal did everything he was told, worked so hard, even helped me when I was struggling. So, as you can imagine, he didn't take the news well. He attacked Master Vikar, but even in his weakened state, he had no trouble subduing Drakal. They went to a private room to discuss next steps. Meanwhile, I sat waiting to hear. Eventually, Master Vikar told me that Drakal had been banished.
Not to take away from the sad story, but is this supposed to help?
My point is, I get it. You're worried about what's going to happen to your friend whom you love like a brother. In my experience, dwelling on it doesn't help. And unlike Drakal, it has done nothing wrong. So try to relax, okay?
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're not gonna take her advice, are you?
I wish I could. Anxiety's a bitch. If there was just some way to know what the future holds. What the future holds. That's it!
What is it?
I just need to consult someone who knows everything, even the future. The all-knowing Goo Gal.
Isabel?
No, not that Goo Gal. I'll be back. Alright, let's see if the summoning charm that Tox sent me actually works.
Hello, simple mortal. What can the all-knowing Goo Gal answer for you? Yo, dude. You good?
Sorry, just... you're not quite what I expected.
Yeah, and I didn't expect to be answering questions for mortals for all eternity.
Right, sorry. It's about my friend Mr. It.
Oh yeah, the Addams Family ripoff. In a bit of trouble with the MMC, right?
Yeah, I was hoping you could tell me what the outcome of that would be.
Sorry, dude. The council's gonna execute him.
What?!
Yeah, they're gonna agree that he's that project of Vikar's and vote that he's too dangerous to let exist.
But is he?
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
If he's not, then any testimony from you, even if I back it up, will be written off as a desperate attempt to get the council to overturn their decision, and won't do you any good. And if he is, well, it doesn't take my wisdom to know that that's not gonna stop you from trying to save him anyway.
Fair point. So how do I do that?
No dice, bud.
What? Why?
Look, Some futures will come to pass no matter what. This ain't one of those times, but if you want the best outcome, you gotta figure it out yourself.
Alright.
Ugh, hold up. I can tell you one thing. You've met a lot of people over the last 10 years. Try calling in some favors.
Right.
All right, everything is prepared. I shall personally see to Mr. It's destruction. Alone.
Alone?
I'm sorry. Did you want to see one of your students eradicated?
Of course not.
Then allow me to spare everyone the unpleasant sight and... Do I hear singing?
Grand Councilman! An army has gathered beyond the North Wall.
What?
This one's for the dreamers. This one's for the dreamers. Like us. Attention, idiots! We recognize that the council has made a decision, but given as it is a stupid-ass decision, we have elected to ignore it.
Is that really necessary?
What? We're already gonna be in hot water with these guys, might as well go all out. You have a choice to make. Either hand Mr. It over to us and I'll take full responsibility for him, or we take him.
I doubt we have time for a proper meeting on the subject. So the decision falls to you, Sir Grimsworth.
Release the beasts.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
Look before you. They're clearly not going to hold anything back. Neither should we.
Reviewer! They have dragons!
Relax, Xandru. So do we. Crafty, you ready?
You bet. Roll for dragon.
Bakugan, brawl!
Wow, what an incredible sight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way your budget or editing capability could properly capture...
Yes, thank you. Start the song, please.
Listen up, what can you hear? Does my voice simply disappear?
Alright, everyone, let's move!
Erect the barrier.
Called it. Telia, you're up!
Roger, Dodger. All right, ladies, let's do this.
I was crushed by the longing welling up inside.
Damn it.
Just surrendered.
Sorcerers. Fireball barrage.
Lucina!
So I began to run.
You better get that furball back safe, mortal.
Send in the golems.
Of my heart, I say
Alright, we're going in. Everyone else keep the council busy.
Stay safe, reviewer.
The answer I have found will always burn within my soul.
Damn it. They made it inside. We need to act quickly. Roland, I'm entrusting you to stop them. If you can't manage that, at the very least, keep them busy.
Yes, Grand Councilman.
Well, aren't you gonna say something?
I can't imagine a correct course of action here. So all I ask is that you do your best. Capture circle, open!
Get back!
Mistus, are you...
Don't come any closer. This is a capture-style summoning circle. Sir Roland has challenged us to a game of Spirit Summoner. And if you enter the circle now, you won't be able to leave until the game is done.
But how are we supposed to...
Reviewer, look! There's just enough space between the circle and the wall for us to slip by.
You guys go. I'll take Sir Roland on and meet up with you later.
Alright.
Alright, Sir Roland. Prepare to lose.
Yeah, you tell him!
What are you thinking? You should have gone on ahead.
Come on, Mistus. You've been around us long enough to know that we'd never let one of our own go it alone. Even if it's just as a cheerleader, I'm here to help.
Thank you.
I shouldn't be surprised that guardian of yours would try something like this. Make jokes while you can. Now that I have reclaimed this, I will finally prove that you were never worthy of Vikar's power. I suppose I should at least do you the courtesy of seeing the true face of your superior.
Stop right there, Grimsworth! Me. Drakal.
Hello, Guardian.
Is this another illusion?
Oh, I can promise you, I am very real.
But how? You shouldn't have been able to escape Mystic's prison.
Not of my own power. However, like any cell, it's fairly easily opened from the outside. Grimsworth came to me asking about the Masters in Zodia's Thatch project. When the opportunity arose, I swapped places with him.
So he's been sitting in your prison while you use his authority as Grand Councilman.
Precisely. And now that I have Merrick's helm, the power that is rightfully mine, all that's left to do is take some much-needed revenge.
I must say, it's incredible to see how much you've grown, Lady Mistress. Vikar would be so proud.
Try telling me that when you're not holding one of my friends captive.
And you continue to prove my point.
Now, for my next move,
Mistress!
No. Not now. Of all the rotten times for this to happen.
Lady Mistress, you must get up! If you don't, then the game will be forfeit!
Well, I've seen enough card game animes to know where this is going. I'm tagging in.
You? But you have no magic!
Just because I'm no wizard doesn't mean I don't have magic. After all, what is science but magic that works?
Me. For the first time in over a decade, I'm going to enjoy something.
Me.
How did you get out of your cage?
You know, Keybearer's getting really good at making these. Alright, you ready to end this, buddy? Me.
Fools! You think you can overpower me?
Me. A power that can pierce the heavens themselves. A power that flows through all of us.
A power you could have had, but you tossed aside.
A power you'll never understand!
Then enlighten me. What power could be so great?
It comes from our hearts, strengthened by the connections we've forged. Me. Our friends are our power. Me. You really aren't gonna let me live that down, are you?
On behalf of the Council, I'd like to apologize for all of this.
No big deal. All's well that ends well. So what's gonna happen with Drakal?
He'll undergo a ritual that will strip him of his remaining magic. Then he'll return to the prison Mistis made for him. I know firsthand how effective it is.
Speaking of... Hey! Almost didn't recognize you looking like that.
Third puberty. It's a doozy.
You gonna be okay? About Drakal, I mean.
Yeah. I have to accept the man I once called brother doesn't exist anymore. Maybe he never did. Besides, I still have you idiots to worry about.
In addition to our apologies, the Council also owes you a debt of gratitude.
Any chance that involves letting Mr. It off the hook?
Well, Seeing as how Darkall's testimony is no longer valid, we never came to a true conclusion about Mr. It. But, chaos magic or no, I'd say you all have proven we need not be concerned.
Are you sure you don't need to consult the council first?
Oh, believe me, there are many members who have strong feelings about it. However, that is a fire I will be happy to put out. Consider it my personal thanks. Now run along. I believe you have a celebration to get to?
Your attention, please? 10 years ago, I had an idea for a stupid little web series. When I told this idiot about it, he insisted that he help me. I couldn't have imagined we'd be where we are today, and it's thanks to all of you. From the ones who inspire us, to the people who help make our dreams a reality, to everyone who has ever enjoyed the madness we bring to the internet. Thank you all. I can't imagine what my life would be like if we never started this channel, and quite frankly, I don't want to. To 10 years of those dudes with a hat!
Me, 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 me!
We've done a lot, faced who knows what, still though we're not quite through yet. We have so much to do yet, more than a thing or two yet. There's good times to feel, plans to make real. Watch us and we'll do wonders. Sure, we might make some blunders. We'll face them all head on. We'll rise hand in hand, achieve what we planned. We're ready to stand and more. Will we give up? No, never. We're stronger than ever before.
We've made mistakes,
Had some bad breaks.
that only makes us tougher.
Now when the road gets rougher,
Frankly, we barely suffer.
'Cause though we've been burned, what have we learned?
victory is earned, not given.
We shape the world we live in.
We're what we'll build upon. The war may be won, but still we're not done. We've only begun to soar.
Bolder
And far more clever.
And stronger than ever before.
There's miles left to go. How far we don't know, but we will do so much more.
On to the next endeavor.
We're stronger than ever.
We'll never say never.
We're stronger than ever before.
Good for them. You know, sis, you could have saved them a heck of a lot of trouble if you hadn't named your son after one of my failed experiments.
Oh, come on. I thought it was a great name. Besides, what's life without a little excitement?
Huh. Fair enough.